I felt so lonely during my concussion recovery. 5 things that helped me to feel less lonely. I wasn't aware of the impact of my concussion in the beginning. I told everyone that I would be better after resting for a few weeks. I did rest, but I didn't get better. Everything changed when I still wasn't feeling any better after a few months. The first few months. In the beginning, everyone seemed to care and ask me how I was doing all the time, and if I was able to do things. This happened during the first few months. They didn't push me at all at my work. My friends came over for a short visit to my home, and I got text messages from several people about how I was doing. I never felt lonely, and it was always like I just had to rest for a few months, and then I would be back as the old me after the first few months. I started to get worried as I didn't improve at all. It even seemed like my symptoms were getting worse. I didn't know what to tell my friends, family, and employer anymore. It felt like they didn't know what to do and what to say after I didn't feel any better. I felt the pressure to go back to work. Not that my boss pushed me, but I got questions like, "When do you think you'll feel better?" I wish I could answer that question. Not being able to answer that question gave me feeling of anxiety. What if this would last forever? Friends didn't visit me that often anymore. A friend came to my house, but even then I didn't know what to say, and they didn't either. I didn't get that many text messages because people presumed that I was feeling better. And you don't start asking someone 10 times if they are already feeling better when the answer is always no. Besides that, I didn't want to bother people with my problems. I started to feel lonely. First, I started to feel lonely because I still couldn't go back to work. I missed the contact with my colleagues, the Friday afternoon drinks, the weekend hanging out with friends, just my normal life. It felt like I wasn't on the same level as everyone else anymore. I had the feeling they saw me as a patient. Maybe that was in my head, but it really felt like that. Every conversation seemed to be about my concussion, and we stopped talking about spontaneous things, stopped having drinks, and worst of all, they stopped asking me out. I totally get it from their side that they didn't do that anymore because I was always saying no. They also didn't want to disappoint me and give me the feeling that I was missing something. So some of them stopped telling me about their fun adventures. I know their intention was good, but I felt like I was not part of it anymore. Well, it didn't feel like it. It was a fact that I wasn't part of that anymore. I missed so many things at work and hangouts with my friends that I couldn't keep up with anymore. I felt lonely because I couldn't explain my symptoms. I always felt alone in my journey because I wasn't able to explain how my concussion symptoms felt. Some people really try to understand, but when you don't experience it yourself, you're just not able to really get it. I don't blame anyone for that because, of course, they can't. I appreciate that they even tried to understand me the best they could. It was hard when some people told me they were feeling the same as my post concussion symptoms, so people without a concussion. When I was tired and really needed a nap, some people made comments like, "Yes, I'm so tired too." Or when I told them that I couldn't endure sound or lights, they said things like, "My eyes are tired from that screen all day too." I know they said it to help me, but it made me feel more lonely. In the beginning, I tried to explain that it wasn't just tired eyes or that things were annoying me. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't handle it. And that's something different from when something is annoying you. 5 things that helped me to feel less lonely in my concussion recovery. Number one, talking to a psychologist. At the beginning of my journey, I really didn't want to talk about it. I just wanted to feel better because if I was feeling better, everything would be solved. But I wasn't feeling better, and the emotional part was hard to deal with. I decided to talk with someone, and it really felt good to be open and have someone care about you. Let me be honest, the first two persons I went to didn't feel good. I felt even more lonely because they didn't get how it really felt. I decided to look for someone who has been on this journey herself. And some great recommendations are Julie Koch or Jen Blanchette. Both of them are TBI coaches and also offer classes for the concussion community. Number two, going to yoga group classes. I started to do some yoga from home. After being more comfortable with it, I decided to go to live group lessons, and it really felt great. I also do yoga classes online, and I love the group feeling here as well. I can really recommend Love Your Brain and love the yoga classes they are offering within the concussion community. They offer special classes for people with concussion symptoms and TBI symptoms. Number three, joining brain injury support groups. This made such a difference. I finally felt like people really got me without explaining everything. I read stories from other people, which also helped me. We all share so many tips, and it feels like this group helped me more than my own doctor. Because of this group, I found concussion treatments that are helping, changed my nutrition, started exercising again, and discovered yoga. I even stopped my sessions at the psychologist after a while because the group was giving me a lot. Number four, going for walks with like minded people. Now you may be thinking, where did you find those like minded people? Well, I found them online. After opening up about my symptoms, so many people reached out to me, and some of them lived in Amsterdam as well. We went for walks now and then in a park, and it gave me more trust that when you are open and really yourself, the right people will come your way. It also gave me more confidence to let go of some of the people who didn't fit in my life anymore. I was always a bit scared that I wouldn't find new people, but after this experience, I know that when you let go of some people who are costing you energy, you will get back some people who will give you energy. Number five, writing. I love to write, and it's helping me to clear my head. When I write down how I feel, it feels like I can let go of some emotions. Never tried it before and don't know how to start? Don't make it difficult for yourself. Just start writing what you're thinking. It doesn't have to be a logical story. I'm sure you will find what works for you when you continue doing that. I really hope that when you feel lonely as I did in my journey, that you will find a way to feel less lonelier. It breaks my heart to read about people who are really isolated in their concussion recovery. And it breaks my heart because I have been there too. I know how it feels and I don't wish this to anyone. And I want to end this podcast episode by reminding you that the doors to the community will open again coming Monday on October 3rd. And I just can't wait to welcome new people. Last month, around 25 people joined new people, and there are already 160 people inside. I think there are maybe even more in there right now. Um, but it's just a group of close people, and everyone is so supportive and helping each other, sharing tips, sharing stories. And I just love to hear that it's helping them, and all the classes and courses are helping them to move forward, to get the right knowledge from the concussion experts. So it really feels great to do something for other people, and I'm really glad to see that it's helping them. And yeah, I just can't wait to welcome more people to the community, to hear your story as well. And just to remind you about what's inside this community, well, there are many things inside. And the first of all, of course, is this community with all these supportive people. And we will help you in this community, like I mean, me, all the expert, but also all other people who are dealing with these concussion symptoms. So we will help you with reducing your headaches, getting more energy, reducing your fatigue, getting more emotional support, dealing with setbacks and how to prevent them, changing your mindset into a healing one, improving your sleep, getting back to exercise, learning more about alternative therapies, listening to your body, reducing your stress, strengthening your cognitive skills, control your hormones, returning back to work. There are so many things. And I think it's really a great thing to learn more about things that can help. So you will feel more empowered, feel more motivated, feel the first improvements. And most people did feel improvements even within the first month, but also within a few months. And they're just noticing that their symptoms are improving. So they can live a more spontaneous life. But they also told me like it's really healing to hear other people's stories. They are really happy that they have a safe place where they ask questions to professionals who really know what to do instead of a doctor who will send you home to rest and yeah, just maybe giving you the wrong advice. So it can cause more harm than good. What they also said to me is that their mindset changed. So they will have a more positive mindset. They feel less stressed because they don't have to run to all different appointments anymore because everything is here in one place. And it even saves them money because yeah, if you have an appointment with a doctor or a psychologist or someone else, it will cost every time like let's say I don't know the price in your area, but let's say it will be like $60 each time. It's a lot of money, right? So that's why I created this community, because now all help is in one place just for one price, on the just monthly price. And the price is $39 a month, or you can choose the 3-month option, which will be $99 for 3 months. But let's go back to what they told me about the improvements. Yeah, they are able to prevent more setbacks. They are able to deal with them. They don't feel isolated anymore. They feel more motivated than ever. They made new friends. So there are so many things that are that why that this community is helping them with. And let me tell you what you will get, like the exact things. So there will be a monthly live coaching session from our TBI coach, Julie Koch. And in October, there will be a special one because she will coach me live. And we will talk about finding a balance between doing things and rest, because this is my biggest struggle at the moment. You will also get access to 160 classes, 12 courses, the private Q&A podcast, which I always do every month. And you can just drop your questions below my post and I will answer them in this podcast. Of course, the community I already mentioned. Other exclusive content you won't find on social media. There is a library. There are so many exercises in there, tips, recipes, all things you can do to help yourself from home. There is a list of specialists per region, and everyone is adding their recommendations in there. So the list is growing. And of course, I will support you where I can. I will be there every day, well, almost every day. I need my rest well, but I will support you. I will answer all your questions. I will, I'm sharing a post on Friday, for example, about things to celebrate your wins during that week to support you even more. And every Monday we will have a focus post so we can see, okay, this week I will focus on this and this and this. And that's how we support each other. So I'm really, really looking forward to welcome more people in the community. So on Monday, the doors will open again, and I really hope to see you there. And I can't wait to hear your story.